Hey there, and welcome to the Onside Cake. I'm Dave Oster, and I'm here with my friend Ricky Widmer. We're going to talk about a little playoff picture here in the NFL. Let's start off with the NFC. We have the opening weekend games of Seattle and Washington. Got the rookie matchup going. And we have the Vikings and the Packers with a rematch.
A rematch in a different location.
So since you're the Vikings, main man with the Vikings, I'll let you start off with them.
See, the one thing that, how do I start this? I'm going to go back to my Facebook conversations that I had this last week. I went on Facebook. I was very happy that the Vikings had won. And living here in Chicago, my reception wasn't brought in with open arms.
You don't say.
Because we kind of edged the Bears out for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
And most of my Facebook friends have been saying, oh, don't think you're going to beat them again. You have to go to Lambeau and play them. But you got to think of this. One, Adrian Peterson, AD, is a monster.
That's true.
Yes, he was 9 away from the record. He didn't get it. But 2,000 yards in a season? Come on, man.
On the one-year anniversary of his surgery? Yeah.
I think that Green Bay, out of all the teams in the first round, they should be the ones that are worried the most because Minnesota showed that they can beat them. And one thing Minnesota didn't do often, but they did once for a big game, a little play action. Maybe if we see that a little bit more.
You have the tools.
Adrian Peterson has seen 8 in the box. So if you see 8 in the box, maybe play action to Adrian Peterson, kick it to right. Jenkins had a big catch. I know he dropped one in the end zone because Christian Ponder
led him a little too far.
Couldn't throw an accurate pass, but
yeah.
Ponder had a good game overall. But I think the Vikings can actually get the win in this one. They can edge out the Packers. I'm going to say Vikings by 3.
See, I see your Vikings, but I'm shaky. This is going to be a Lambeau. And Christian Ponder's your quarterback. I think right there. He gave the Packers the game in their first meeting of the year a couple weeks ago, and it was off 2 interceptions they had thrown. So I think we're going to see better play out of Aaron Rodgers. I think we're going to see the wide receivers. It looked like Jennings had his legs back. They were using him in the slot, which was his natural position. So he had a lot of catches, a lot of yards over the middle, and was doing a great job. And I think they're going to be a little bit healthier again this week.
It's all going to come down to Adrian Peterson, how he plays, and how much his run game can open up.
I think he's averaging about 200 yards a game against the Packers, which is scary. That's scary.
Maybe it's a homer pick by me, but
you're welcome to it.
I think the Vikings can pull it out, especially with what AP has done this season.
I think Ponder's going to cost them, and I think I had the Packers winning. Even though I'm a bit afraid because the Packers have an issue with field goals. It's an accuracy thing. Don't get me wrong, Mason Carr.
That's why when I was watching,
fingers crossed.
When I was watching the Week 17 game, he kicked the field goal to tie it, and I was like, "Wait a second, I got to rewind my TV because did he just make a field goal?"
He is not very accurate this year. He's having a really bad year. But I still got the Packers going there, and you got the Vikings.
Yep.
All right.
Let's look at the next game. You have Seattle, Russell Wilson, and Washington, RG3. 2 rookie quarterbacks going head-to-head. 2 coaches that you could arguably say could be up there for Coach of the Year with what they've done with their respective teams. But you have RG3, like I said, against Russell Wilson in Washington. What are your thoughts?
It's gonna be a really close game. I mean, you got Seattle on one hand with a great defense, and this kid Russell Wilson makes plays. He uses his legs. I mean, the quarterbacks are extremely similar.
There's only one difference. RG3 gets hit.
RG3 does take hits.
Russell Wilson, when's the last time you've ever heard someone complain that Russell Wilson, because of his play style, he's going to get injured?
He slides and he knows when to get out of bounds. Bit smart on that fact. But I think the difference maker here is the fact that RG3 and Alfred Morris, I think that 1-2 punch of the run game, mostly because they give him designed runs. Those option plays where it's like you put the ball in Morris's chest, and if you see the guys coming down, you just pull it right back out, turn around, and go.
See, I don't know. Seattle, to me, both of these road teams in the NFC are, and I don't, no pun intended, they're wild cards.
Yeah.
And the way I mean about that is this is the only time in recent history that I've noticed that I have come into a wild card playoff game and said that both road teams can win. I think that the Seahawks, very strong. I was surprised. You said in our Bears schedule preview that it was going to be a present for the Bears.
Who knew? Who knew what Pete Carroll put together?
And they go to overtime. I feel that out of the two, though, the Seattle Redskin one will be the best kind of cap for the NFC playoffs. But I have the Seahawks edging out the Redskins by a touchdown.
On the opposite way. I think Seattle has some monsters on their defense. I'll give you that. They've got those 6'4" corners that are just big and physical, and they got some pass rush. But I think it's the fact that the Redskins don't rely on throwing the ball directly. It's those two-option routes, and if he doesn't go to one or the other, he's taking himself and he's taken off. So I think I got the Redskins taking this one by a touchdown. All right. That'll be all for the Onside Kick. Check out our other videos. Subscribe, like, thank you. Any comments, please let us know what you're thinking. See you next time.